Hello, everyone. My name is Gavin Tritt, and I'm the Executive Director of Oberlin Shansi, and I am thrilled to welcome you to the virtual 2021 Shansi Breakfast. Due to COVID, we aren't meeting in Longman Commons over breakfast and strawberries and cream this year, but we are just as excited as in any year to introduce our wonderful new cohort of Shansi Fellows. As many of you know, the past year has been unusual, but our amazing and resilient Shansi Fellows have persevered. Fellows to Japan and our independent fellow in Taiwan are abroad, and our new Japan fellows just arrived in Machida. Meanwhile, our China, India, and Indonesia fellows have worked remotely for the past year. We hope they can travel to Asia before the end of this calendar year. At the same time, Shansi has continued to evolve. This year, we launched a new alumni mentorship program for Shansi Fellows, which had a great response from our alumni community. And this past summer, in the response to the wave of anti-Asian violence, we worked with various Oberlin College groups to launch Shansi's AAPI Experience Grants program to support Oberlin student projects engaging Asian and Asian American issues. I am so proud of our Shansi team and how they have adapted to dramatically different circumstances over the last year. Shansi Deputy Director Ted Samuel, returned fellow Leah Wood, and Administrative Assistant Jessica Cotter did a great job supporting our fellows during this difficult year and developing these new Shansi program initiatives. I am also so grateful to our trustees, advisory committee members, engaged alumni, and dedicated Oberlin faculty and administrators who have helped us navigate very challenging circumstances. And I would also like to take this opportunity to thank all of the generous donors who support Shansi programs with gifts to our annual fund and our endowment. These donations make Shansi programs possible, and I am so grateful this year for all of the members of our community who stepped up to help when we really needed your support. So now it's time to move on to the fun. We decided to do this a bit differently than in the past. We asked each of our new fellows to prepare a self-introduction video. Before we play those videos, however, I hope you'll enjoy the video skit they prepared. Bonus points if you know the TV show they were referencing. After the video and fellow introductions, you'll hear some remarks from Shansi Deputy Director Ted Samuel and returned fellow Leah Wood. So please join me in welcoming this new Shansi Fellow cohort and wishing them all the best as they embark on this journey. Thank you.
It all starts with an idea to promote positive, meaningful cross-cultural exchanges, an idea to help Oberlin graduates find their place in the world, an idea to help Oberlin students feel a little less lost in the sea of opportunities they could access.
Ideas change, grow, and connect us to the world through universities, non-governmental partners, UN agencies, and more.
In a fast-moving world where good news and good ideas are valuable commodities, Shansi offers Oberlin College students the most generous and comprehensive benefits package of any postgraduate fellowship program.
Your role and location aren't what they seem. Paid vacation time gives you the opportunity to learn and share your ideas in more places than one.
And with a paid, intensive 6 to 8 week language training prior to departure and a stipend for further language training throughout your fellowship, you will be finding new ways to share your ideas every day.
When push comes to shove, it doesn't matter where you came from or what you majored in. We all deserve a chance to score an amazing post-grad opportunity.
With access from career mentorship from alumni and staff who knows where you'll go and what ideas you'll come up with when you leave.
So what are you waiting for? Join the Shansi family and help us deepen mutual respect and understanding through exchange between Asia and the United States.
Hi,
my name is Jess Wilber, and I'm thrilled to be the next Shansi Fellow to Shansi Agricultural University in Taigu, China, alongside Elaine Wu. It is difficult for me to reflect on my time at Oberlin without also heavily discussing my involvement with Citizens Climate Lobby, an international grassroots nonprofit, nonpartisan organization that empowers everyday people to work together on effective climate change solutions. As a freshman, I was among the first members of its campus leader program. I founded a student organization for CCL, where I helped my fellow OBs develop the skills and knowledge base they need to advocate for bipartisan climate solutions at the local, state, and federal level. While leading this chapter, I was then hired as the organization's first regional fellow, working to expand its higher ed action team and directly overseeing its growth. I mentored 25 other campus leaders, dozens of higher ed allies, and K-12 students and educators throughout the Great Lakes region to ensure that all young people interested in getting involved with climate advocacy were able to do so. During this time, I was also coordinating programs and research projects for CCL's education, diversity, and international teams. I also had the privilege of speaking at 3 of CCL's international conferences, as well as a slew of regional conferences and on-demand learning platforms like Citizens Climate University and the Core Volunteer Training Program. One of the biggest lessons I learned at Oberlin was to stop obsessing over how much I was doing. I look back now and recognize that I really wasn't present in things going on campus because I was just sprinting around from class to a mentoring session with a campus leader to my job at the Dialogue Center to a presentation I was giving at another college campus. And while I left Oberlin overjoyed to see twice as many climate and environmental groups as when I arrived, I was also left with a sense of emptiness for not really building long-lasting relationships with people or trying to slow down and find my place in the campus ecosystem. As part of my Shansi Fellowship, I look forward to embracing a more balanced experience where I focus not just on my academic work-related goals, but also on the people, the food, the culture, and the community of my fellowship site. I want to look back and remember all the faces and names of my students and coworkers, not the number of speaking engagements I was invited to or the number of articles I published.
Hello, my name is Elaine Wu. I use she, her pronouns, and I am one of the incoming fellows that will be teaching at Shansi Agricultural University in Taigu, China for the next 2 years come this fall. A little bit about me. I am 22 years old and just graduated this past spring, class of 2021, with a double major in sociology and East Asian studies. I was born and raised in the greater Boston area, which is also where I am filming this video right now. And I am an Aquarius sun, Aquarius moon, and a Leo rising. During my time at Oberlin as a student, I was involved in a variety of different spaces and organizations on campus. Notably, I held a few positions as co-chair and communications liaison of the now called Asians in America Alliance. I also was an avid lover, appreciator, and a board representative of the Third World Co-op. And I taught the Badminton Exco, was involved in the Badminton Club, and worked within the Office of Residential Education as an RA and later LRA. All these experiences I know really helped me with foster my own interests in community and education work, and I'm really, really excited to bring these experiences and continue growing upon these skill sets in China. I'm excited to do so many things abroad, truly. I'm going to bike everywhere, I'm going to eat everything, and I'm going to hopefully gain more clarity and confidence about how I navigate and can navigate the unfamiliar. And I'm really excited to start spreading roots in some place that may feel very foreign to me right now, but I know will not be for long. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Reet Goraya. I use she, her pronouns, and I graduated from Oberlin in 2021 with a biology degree, as well as I was on the pre-med track for the past 4 years. I will be the Shansi Fellow to Tamil Nadu, India, where I'll be working with the Keystone Foundation in public health research for the next 2 years. On campus, I was involved in several different clubs and organizations. I was on the varsity field hockey team, where I was able to meet a lot of new people and make some really deep connections and friends, as well as I was able to play a sport that I absolutely loved throughout my college experience. I also was a member and leader of the South Asian Student Association on campus. I was able to help organize different events such as Diwali, Holi, Colors of Rhythm, amongst many other different events we had. And I was able to have people sort of meet together and hang out, and we would just have discussions or share South Asian food together or partake in South Asian culture together. And it was really fun and welcoming to sort of see that on campus. Made me feel very included on campus. I also was a peer advising leader, or a PAL. I was able to help freshmen adjust to college living their first semester through orientation, and as well as throughout their first semester, and really help them make Oberlin their home. I finally also was a SCO manager. I was able to bartend and attend concerts for free and sort of see these amazing and meet these amazing concert people, as well as I was able to DJ a couple of splitchers, which was really, really fun, and it was a really great experience for me. I am very excited to be going on this fellowship, and I'm so grateful to Shansi for giving me this experience. I will be conducting work in the public health field, as stated earlier, where I will be researching mental health and nutrition in the Tamil Nadu area. And I am so excited to be engaging in work that I'm not only excited to be doing for the next 2 years, but potentially for the rest of my life as well. So I'm so grateful, and I am so excited. I'm also so excited to be eating great food, dosas, idli, anything, you name it, I'm there. And so I just can't even express how thankful I am to Shansi.
Hi, my name is Corrie Purcell. I'm from Fayetteville, Arkansas, and I am a 2021 graduate of Oberlin College. I have a degree in philosophy with minors in economics and creative writing. In my time at Oberlin, I did a lot of different things, just like Oberlin students tend to do. I was heavily involved with the cross-country track and field team. I was a varsity athlete all 4 years, and then my senior year of college, I was a captain for both seasons. That experience I found to be really grounding and allowed me to make friends within a structured kind of way, and really allowed me to have a space that felt entirely my own and was also kind of separate from the rest of my Oberlin life, academically and socially. Other than that, I was a tour guide for admissions 2 different summers, and I was a barista at Slow Train Cafe, which I would highly recommend to anyone who is seeking a job on campus. I loved working at Slow Train, and some of my favorite memories from college are from my time working behind the bar at Slow Train. I was also heavily interested in education. I was a tutor for America Counts for 3 years before coronavirus. And I found that tutoring really meant a lot to me, the ability to get into the classroom with children that I really knew pretty well because I was there 3 or 4 times a week. I found that to be an experience that allowed me to think really critically about the way I was engaging with my own education, and allowed me to think about how I wanted to be the best teacher to them possible. I hope to pursue education post-college in some form, either as a public school teacher or as a curriculum developer. But I really would like to spend a large portion of my time at Shansi critically thinking about how I'm going to be the best teacher possible and what kind of teaching methods will work best for my students. And then thinking about how language learning has its own specific role and specific way of needing to be taught within the classroom.
Hi, my name is Luci Ostheimer. I use she, her, hers, and I'm one of the fellows going to Banda Aceh, Indonesia. So, a little bit about me. I'm from Newark, Delaware originally, which is where I am now as well. At Oberlin, I was a cinema studies major with minors in East Asian studies and religion. And some of my favorite places in Oberlin were Tank Co-op, which is where I was head cook for a semester. The Apollo, which is where I spent many long nights editing videos and working on different projects. The Art Buildings, which is where I worked on painting and took drawing classes. And finally, Tappan Square and the Arb, which is where I love to go hang out with friends, drink tea and coffee and read and work on homework and other things. So I'm so excited to be a Shansi Fellow. I've always thought that the work that Shansi does overseas is amazing, and I'm so excited to carry on that legacy going forward. I'm really, really excited to get to know the students in Banda Aceh and the faculty as well, and to start making those long-term connections. I'm also very excited to have the chance to explore Indonesia more, especially Aceh province itself. It seems like a very beautiful place. And I think that, what Shansi does is really amazing. So I'm very, very happy to be a part of it. Yeah, so thank you. Have a great day.
Hello everyone, my name is Samantha Perez, and I go by Sam, and I use she, her pronouns. I am from Vernon Hills, Illinois, which is a suburb of Chicago, and where I'm currently filming this. And I am a 2021 graduate of Oberlin College, and I'll be heading to Yogyakarta, Indonesia this fall, and teaching at Gajah Mada University. And as an Oberlin student, I was involved in communities such as Strong, Quest Bridge, OSCA, the Oberlin Student Cooperative Association, and I was a member of Third World Co-op. As well, I was a Bonner Scholar, and as a Bonner, I was involved in community engagement and volunteering around Oberlin, and mainly involved in the El Centro Volunteer Initiative, as both a tutor and a program coordinator, and the El Centro Volunteer Initiative connects Oberlin students to Lorain, Ohio, which is a primarily Latinx town right outside of Oberlin, and we host English communication classes as well as citizenship classes. And I've also interned at various organizations in Chicago and mainly education-based roles. And I'm excited to continue my journey of teaching and language learning, and excited to drink all the coffee that there is to drink in Indonesia.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jasmine Mitchell. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm from the Washington, D.C. area. I have the privilege of having the opportunity to pursue my Shansi Fellowship at JF Oberlin University, which is right behind me. I'm really excited for this opportunity, and I really look forward to use this opportunity to be able to pursue a career in foreign service sometime down the line. On campus at Oberlin College, I spent most of my time here at African Heritage House, my favorite place on campus. I lived in African Heritage House for all 4 years. I was also the RA of African Heritage House as well. At Oberlin, my major was East Asian Studies, but having the opportunity to live in a place like African Heritage House really allowed me to enjoy multiple perspectives and also enjoy a safe space within my identity. In addition to studying East Asian Studies, I had minors in politics and law and society, as well as a concentration in international studies. On campus, I was very involved as well. I served as a peer advisor in the Career Center, as a part of the liaise team as well, which was really exciting, which is the Luce Foundation grant to enhance cooperation between Asia and the United States. I also had the opportunity to be on the Oberlin Student Senate as vice chair, as well as to really pursue my passion in community organizing and promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion as a student representative on the presidential initiative. And while we can't meet each other in person, I really appreciate the opportunity that you all allow for students like me to be able to study and live abroad and enjoy the fruits of cross-cultural collaboration through the Shansi Fellowship. So thank you for your time, and thank you for all you do for students like me. Bye.
My name is Leina, and I use she, her, hers. I am from Lexington, Massachusetts, but I recently moved here to Plymouth, Massachusetts, and I'm the Machida Fellow to JF Oberlin University in Japan. I recently graduated from Oberlin with honors in art history and also majors in psychology and East Asian studies. I did a lot of things at Oberlin. I was a Mellon Mays undergraduate research fellow. I was a liaison student assistant, so Luce Initiative on Asian Studies in the Environment. I was a tutor at the college and at the high school through the 9 Scholars program. I was an education and curatorial assistant at the Allen. I was a docent at the Allen. I put on a project at the Allen that increased accessibility for people with low vision or who are blind. What else? Yeah, anyways, I was also the chair of the Japanese Student Association and a member of Third World Co-op, or TWIC. I am really happy to meet you all and hope that we can meet sometime in person in the future. Yeah.
Thank you, fellows, for an amazingly creative office-style skit. We absolutely love it. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ted Samuel, and I'm the Deputy Director of Oberlin Shansi. I have had the honor of working closely with this group of fellows who have proven to be every bit as remarkable as their bios and skit would indicate. We are so lucky to have them as part of the Shansi family. This year, I also had the honor and privilege of working closely with our next speaker, Leah Wood. Leah served as the Shansi Fellow to JF Oberlin University in Machida, Japan from 2018 to 2020. As a fellow, Leah was a rock for Oberlin Shansi. During the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, Leah remained in Japan to facilitate her and her co-fellows' online teaching and overall engagement. She served as a bridge between our institutions and brought a great deal of creativity and flexibility to her everyday work. We were thrilled to have Leah join us as the returned fellow. As you can guess, the 2020-2021 academic year was unlike any other. However, in the midst of the inevitable challenges brought on by COVID-19, Leah found opportunities to support our organization in any way that she could. In addition to helping me recruit this incredible class of fellows, Leah found ways to boost our online presence. She ran our social media. She produced stunning videos, facilitated virtual programming, and led the process of redesigning our website, which will go live in the next few weeks. Upon completing her term as the Return Fellow, Leah began Heidelberg University's Masters in Counseling program. We are thrilled that she is still in Ohio and will occasionally join us for dinners and outings over the course of the coming years. Her contributions to the Shansi community as a fellow and as a staff member have been immeasurable. I am so excited for her to share her words of wisdom to this class of fellows.
Congratulations again to all of the new fellows. I know we've talked and shared emails and things like that, but during the Shansi breakfast, video. Just wanted to kind of double down on that, and that I'm very excited for all of your journeys. It's traditional for the return fellow to share a few words, so I am going to do just that. And just this is mostly kind of a reflection on my own experience. So when I arrived in my apartment in Machida, it was a total mess. There were boxes of old trash, old shoes, expired medicine, partially used bottles of shaving gel, and dealing with all of these things taught me right away how to deal with Japan's complex trash system. I spent the first 4 days literally sweating and cleaning out my frustrations and anger at myself, which culminated with me lying on my now very clean floor and listening to music. My go-to song for my transition into the fellowship was It Is What It Is by Blood Orange. The chorus goes, "Time will tell if you can figure this and work it out. No one's waiting for you anyway, so don't be stressed now. Even if it's something that you've had your eye on, it is what it is. It is what it is." Sorry, I cannot speak. With time, I began to see what was left over from previous fellows not just as junk, but as stories and experiences. There were dusty games in the closet, a whole bucket of coins and rolls of cash from all over Asia. There were mugs from different organizations, leftover baking supplies for complicated things like fruit tarts and madeleines that clearly must have been a life-sustaining hobby for a previous fellow. There were books that had guided previous fellows too, books that I picked up and read, especially when I felt lost and alone. One book was about remembering your childhood interests and aligning your natural talent, true interests, and what you find meaningful with the work that you do, so you might be able to live a fulfilling life. I hope that you can all live a fulfilling life. And that sounded really great to me. I wondered what other fellows had gleaned from this book and what they were doing now. I wondered if I would be able to figure that out, and that pushed me to start exploring. Over the next 2 years of your fellowship, growth is inevitable. There will be challenges, hopefully nothing like the pandemic, but different kinds. However, you have the tools to work them out. I worry that as OBs, you hold yourself to such a high standard that anything less than perfection feels like failure. And I think because of this, we can sometimes be our own biggest challenge. I told you about that checklist I wrote in July of 2018 that I just recently rediscovered, and in reading them, realized that I'd met nearly all of them, almost 3 years later. I'm going to read the list to you now. 1, be more gentle to myself. 2, have more confidence. 3, absorb and give love. 4, be more independent. 5, be true to myself. 6, save money. And 7, have a better sense of humor. And I can say that I've had some success with all except for saving money. But the thing is, I think that this list is pretty universal, and that I wouldn't be surprised if other fellows were able to say the same thing about how their fellowships impacted them. So basically, what I'm trying to say is you'll be great. Please have fun, eat lots of food, check your email, and you got this. And please just be safe out there.